Muscatine's Vintage Sound 93.1 FM. It's Monday, the 28th of September. From the Unity Point Health Studios, Tony Tone back with you this evening for a very special occasion. I have booted Pippa out of the studio, much to her chagrin. She's happy to do it because she loves the blues perhaps more than anybody I know. So the blues gets played here on Vintage Sound, which doesn't happen at most radio stations, and that's unfortunate because it is a genre of music that, wow, how do you have a radio station without the blues? I don't get it. But we get it here, and it's important to us. It makes up part of the DNA of this radio station. And the three gentlemen, legends in their own right, have been playing the blues for a long time. But they're not sad. They're very jovial and happy this evening, which I'm not sure how this works. We're going to talk to Ellis Kell, Hal Reed, and Ernie Peniston right now. Guys, say hello.
What?
Hey.
Hi. Hi.
He actually called us gentlemen.
Gentlemen, what do you want?
He called us gentlemen.
I just want to say that before we go around with introductions, Ernie came in like guns blazing. I love it. Ernie, you were in a good mood, man.
Well, you know, any other time y'all have me up about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, man. Come on now.
Which is a little early for you, and a little bit of an exaggeration because I don't think I've had you in here before 7 o'clock. So.
Okay.
But it is good to see you, Ernie. I see you often. Ellis, I wish I saw you more. And Hal, I've seen you a few times, but we've never really hung out. So this is nice. Thank you for coming down. I appreciate it.
Cool.
Thanks for having us.
No, you're welcome. So let's go around the room, and let's start with Hal because you're right in front of me in the session studio. And introduce yourself for the folks listening, and give us a little background on how long have you been performing the blues?
I'm from a little town in Mississippi. I'm Hal Reed, a little town in Mississippi called Sardis. And, I was born in Sardis and kind of raised up in the country down in Panola County, northern Mississippi, just on the crest of the hill country. So I don't know if I'm hill country or blues or what I am. I'm just kind of hanging out in the genre, you know.
My favorite, one of my favorite bands, the North Mississippi All-Stars, they've described their sound as hill country. And I respect that. I totally know what that is.
Absolutely, those guys came up with Junior Kimbrough and R.L. Burnside.
Yep.
And as a kid, I used to ride bicycles up to Junior's place to sneak off in the corner and sit around and listen to him, and got the opportunity to grow up with R.L.'s sons.
Yeah, Dwayne played with the All-Stars for a while.
Yep, he certainly did. He played with the All-Stars, and I got the opportunity to play with Dwayne several times when we go down south, and Daniel here. Mm-hmm. Yeah, actually, Daniel lived in Muscatine for a little while. And
really?
I think he's in bluegrass now.
Wow.
But yep. So the Burnside clan drifted all the way to Iowa.
Daniel Burnside is in bluegrass, Iowa?
I think he's in.
What is he doing? Why don't we?
Not much.
Okay.
I suck. But. No,
he's being comfortable.
Yes, he's living a comfortable life in bluegrass.
Oh, man. All right. Well, I'm going to have to look him up because I know some people. Maybe Ernie and I will just go knock on doors in bluegrass. That'll go over well. Yeah. Hi, we're looking for Daniel Burnside. Have you seen him? Ellis Kell, 35 years with the Ellis Kell Band. You've been out here before, and it's always good to see you. But for folks that, for whatever reason, don't know you, Ellis, give us just a little background, buddy.
I grew up in the west end of Rock Island. First time I really heard the blues and gospel music, I think I was about 10 years old. I found a bunch of old records in an abandoned house, and I still had a record player that would do 45s, 35s, and 78s, and they were 78s.
Wow.
And I've always played a little bit of the blues when I didn't get into it full strength till about 1989, 1990, when I founded my own band with a couple guys, old friends. We started the Ellis Kell Band and been playing around ever since.
You just celebrated recently. Was the show at Schwiebert Park, or where was that? Was it like an anniversary gig that happened
last week?
Was that last week?
Yeah, we did an anniversary. That was an anniversary of our Rock Camp franchise.
Okay,
but we played the Redstone Room earlier this year and celebrated our 25th anniversary as a band.
Beautiful. And ladies and gentlemen, last but not least, he keeps getting inducted into Hall of Fames, Iowa Blues Hall of Famer, And what was Ernie? What's the most recent Hall of Fame that you got put into?
Hi, my name is Ernie Peniston. I once had a catfish sandwich down in Memphis, Tennessee, down on Bill Street. It was very delicious. I think that's about all I had was that catfish sandwich. It was a great sandwich, and I hope to get back down there again and have another one.
Remember, there was a sandwich.
It's just a sandwich. That's what I'm saying, because I couldn't understand what the cat was saying. Man, I want a sandwich.
Just one sandwich. What was that Hall of Fame though at Riverside?
Another Hall of Fame.
Okay.
Midwest Music Award induction over there, Riverside. Okay. Great ceremony.
And you performed a little, right?
Yes. Yes.
Was Joe with you at that show and Dude? Who performed with you at that one?
Dude was on drums, Joe was on guitar, and then an old friend of mine back in the Minneapolis days came down from Minneapolis and played bass with me.
It's gotta feel good, right? I mean, that's a nice evening for you.
Yeah.
Why do you call Manny Lopez Dude? Just for a second.
That's the way he introduced himself to me back then. Shoot. And then all of a sudden you got this Miguel and Manny and
M3.
I said, man, I don't know what to call you anymore, man.
Oh, I love it. All right, so the Vintage Sound Blues Showcase, part of the Healthy Living Festival, is this Saturday, October 3rd. Music starts at 3:30 with the Ellis Kell Band. 6:30, Hal Reed hits the stage, and the evening wraps up with the Ernie Peniston Band. Our general manager, Jamie Hopkins. Jamie Hopkins is on the drums with the Ernie Peniston Band, and he's in studio tonight. We're kind of just sort of doing a little bit of a medley here, and this is going to be exciting. We were sound checking, and it sounds great, and I really hope that folks come out on Saturday. I think that there was certainly, and anybody can comment on this, there was certainly a void this summer with no Blues Fest. So this, for us down here in Muscatine, this is sort of a way to get people excited about the blues and maybe to prove to any people that would say otherwise that there is a great community of blues musicians and fans right in our area.
I couldn't agree with you anymore. I mean, myself, Mr. Hal Reed, and Ellis Kell, we were kids once in this business, and now we're the old men of the blues around this area. I hate the word local bands. I do not like that. We paid our dues. We've got our dirt under our fingernails. And we the old man of the blues, and we know what we're doing. We know what's up, you know. Shoot, so much respect to these guys. I love them very much. Been around them forever. And I'm looking forward to it. We don't do it enough as far as I'm concerned.
You know, Ernie, speaking of that, I introduced myself as just a local guy to Nappy Brown. He thought he knew me. I know you, son. I know you from somewhere. No, Brown. I'm just a local musician. He said, you got that tag around your neck? Yep. Did you play today? Yep. Did you get paid? Yep. He said, I did too. So you know more local than I am.
That's right.
You're a musician. You do what you do. You get paid. Don't you ever say you just nothing but a musician.
That's right.
So we're just musicians.
Hey. That's all I'm trying to say, brother.
Make a dollar.
Yeah, that's right. Trying to get out of that chitlin circuit.
Ellis, why? And I'm going to ask everybody the same question, and it's a broad stroke. But why is the blues important to you, Ellis Kell?
Well, the blues is about the most basic cornerstone of American roots music there is. You know, 3 chords and the truth. And I have to say, before we get away from it again, that what an honor it is to be here and to be part of this show this weekend with Hal Reed and Ernie Peniston. I have the utmost respect for both these gentlemen.
I also want to note that real quick that Ellis hosts the RME Radio Hour, heard Sunday nights here on Vintage Sound. It's a great program. If you're not listening to it, you need to check it out immediately. Hal, the blues and its importance to you, sir.
It's with me, it's a way to tell the story. I consider myself somewhat of a historian or a teacher, so it's a way to tell a story. It's telling about my past, it's telling how I feel now, and telling you how I want to feel later. So, you know, it's just the way to tell the story.
Ernie, same question, buddy.
I think it sums it all up for 3 of us right here is the fact that blues is our life. And just as simple as that.
Now, you don't always have to be down because there's some misconceptions with the blues. You can have a smile on your face and sing the blues. You can sing the blues from dark places in your life or hardships, but also joyous occasions, right?
Correct.
But why is there that misconception? Because some people would say, I don't listen to blues. It's all kind of Debbie Downer or whatever. That is not true at all, right?
Not at all. And people make that mistake often, and that's been a big part of the reason a lot of young people aren't that interested in the blues, because they have that misconception. Mm-hmm. Blues is a form of expression. It's a form of life. Simple stories about everyday people. They ain't always sad. They ain't always happy.
Right.
And what a way to express yourself. I mean, the freedom you get from doing this is great.
We consider some consider the blues as coming from the downtrodden, from the lower part of our lives, and that's actually where it started. It started with our complaints, or our moaning and groaning, but then the way that we made it up was that on Saturday night when we came out of the fields and got off into the juke joint and got drinking that oil and homemade beer and women dresses flying all up,
sweat just flowing off.
It was the fish salmon,
fish salmon,
fish salmon. So that's the other part of it, and that's the part that many people don't see.
B.B. King passed away recently, and I kept coming back to the live version of Lucille and how that's 10 minutes of essentially a story. And, for me, it's that form of self-expression. It's tough anymore in this, in 2015 to put out a record, and you guys all know this, that, people would tell you if you want radio play 3 to 4 or 5 minutes long. Sometimes a blues song needs longer than that to get legs, right? I mean, not for the sake of being long, but if you're telling a story, it's hard to tell a story in 3 minutes and 30 seconds, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Well, and we're still, even with blues music, I mean, we're lucky to have radio stations like yourself around that gives us the opportunity to express ourselves and give us that freedom. I mean, ain't everybody going to play what we do. Simple as that.
Well, my favorite, one of the songs that we play by Ernie, he's Eloise. He's yelling at Eloise, and it's a family's there, and it's live, and it was a live song, and that's kind of what I love about it is you could hear a song on a record as it was recorded, and then go see a band, whoever it is, if it's one of these guys, and then all of a sudden they're going to take you on a little journey, and suddenly that 4 or 5 minute song is 6, 7, 8 minutes, and you might pick something up and just sort of improvise, right? Because blues and improvisation, they kind of go hand in hand, don't they, a little bit?
Absolutely. We couldn't do what we do if it wasn't for the improvisation. I mean, Ellis and I have worked together for, 6, 7 years?
At least.
And never had a rehearsal.
Wow.
Never even talked about having a rehearsal.
Didn't want to get mad at each other.
I don't know what you're gonna do, and I don't care. So but that's the very, very best part, and that's what we try to share with our students during the blues camp. Blues is improv.
Sure. I love it. Well, listen, again, if you're just tuning in, the Vintage Sound Blues Showcase in conjunction with the Healthy Living Fest is this Saturday. Iowa Avenue will be shut down outside the Missipi Brew. The weather looks beautiful. We start at 3:30 with the Ellis Kell Band, then it's Hal Reed and Ernie Peniston. Admission is free. It's going to be a great afternoon and evening of the blues. And gentlemen, if you wouldn't mind, since you're here and we're ready for it, how about a little ditty, if you will?
He know we gonna play some music.
Just putting them on.
Why we gonna put it out there like that?
He said just want a little bit.
He just a little bit.
Well, I was trying to be cool, Ernie, but, all right. Without further ado, because we knew it was going to happen, even though I was trying to build, it's called building it up. I was ramping the record. Without further ado, Ellis Kell, Hal Reed, Ernie Peniston, and Jamie Hopkins live on Vintage Sound. Gentlemen.
Move it, baby. Move it nice and slow. Move it, baby. Move it nice and slow. When we make love, I want to move it nice and slow. Take it, baby. Take it nice and slow. Take it, baby. Take it nice and slow. When we making love, I want you to take it nice and slow. Oh, play the blues now. Tell me, baby, tell me to take it nice and slow. Tell me, baby, tell me to take it nice and slow. When we make love, we're gonna take it nice and slow. Have mercy now. Slow, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ellis Kell, Ernie Peniston, Hal Reed, and Jamie Hopkins, and that was 100% improv, right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
On the spot.
Never heard it before in my life.
I just found the lyrics.
Copyright reserve, Ernie Peniston, 2015. Trademark 7, yeah. Listen, I appreciate you guys coming in, and I know that you're excited for Saturday to deliver an afternoon and evening of the blues, like we've been saying. It starts at 3:30, Ellis Kell, followed by Hal Reed, and then the Ernie Peniston Band outside Iowa Avenue, downtown Muscatine, outside the Missipi Brew. The weather looks great, guys.
Thanks, Tone.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm so glad that you came through, and I'm excited to see you on Saturday. If you need me to do any backup singing, I'm happy to oblige. Or if you just need me to be the big man that does the side-to-side sway, I could do that too.
No, you know the better part of this, and I got to personally thank Jamie for setting all this up, because you were from 3 o'clock.
Yep.
3 o'clock until Ernie is done. You will never hear the same thing.
Right.
I mean, all three of us are so different,
for
but
real.
yet under the umbrella of the blues. And it's just going to be awesome, man. I don't think I think the man should be applauded.
Ernie wanted me to ask, do we get food?
Oh, you mean Saturday? Sure. Yeah, we could arrange that. Or did you mean tonight, Ernie? Right.
I didn't put it out there.
See, what happened was Ernie stopped by one time when I was out broadcasting, and I had a giant delivery of some breakfast brought to me, and Ernie was like, "This happens every time you go out, isn't it?" And I was like, "Well, not every time, but occasionally."
I showed up a lot more after that, didn't I?
Yes, you did. Listen, anytime you can hang out with the three of you and Jamie included, it's going to be so much fun, folks. If you like what you heard, you got to get out on Saturday. Gentlemen, thank you again very much. Have a great night, and we'll see you Saturday, okay?
Thank you.
Here we go. Vintage Sound Blues Showcase is part of the Healthy Living Festival this Saturday, October 3rd. Again, downtown Muscatine, Iowa Avenue will be shut down for some great tunes from Ellis Kell, Hal Reed, and the Ernie Peniston Band.